You've probably tried losing fat before, dropping your calories, cutting the carbs, and yet if you're watching fitness content like this, you still haven't gotten the body you wanted. I get it, I've been there too, constantly trying to find the best way to get lean, lose that last layer of fat, and really see my abs. But every time I tried, I get stuck with this last layer, this stubborn belly fat that just wouldn't go away. And the thing is, losing it isn't as complicated as everyone online makes it seem. You've probably tried cutting your calories even lower, thinking you'd finally stick to it, or adding more runs, hoping you'd sweat that last bit of fat off. And yes, doing more makes the scale drop, but you still couldn't see your abs. And it's because of one thing that no one talks about. You see, your body puts on fat in a specific order, and it loses fat in the opposite order. And once you understand how this actually works, you'll be able to finally get lean. For most of you, when you start gaining weight, it doesn't show up everywhere at once. It shows up in the stomach and lower back first. Think about your body. You'll usually notice it there before anywhere else. Then as you keep gaining weight, it moves up. It spreads to your love handles, your chest, and then eventually the last place it shows up are your arms and your face. That's where the whole skinny fat body type comes from. Or maybe you've got a lot of fat under your shirt, but you still look alright in the face. The thing is, when you start losing fat, the order goes in reverse. So my clients, when they start losing weight, they notice it first in their face. They look slimmer, more healthy. Then their arms and chest start tightening up. Then their lower back and love handles. And finally, all the guys I work with are able to lose that stubborn belly fat. But this whole process can be super frustrating because you lose fat everywhere else and people start noticing. They comment that you've lost weight and you're sitting there still with the one area that you actually wanted to see a difference in not changing. And this is exactly where most guys start making it worse instead of making it better. And I'm sure you've done this before. You see everything else changing except your stomach and you get impatient and decide the answer is to force it. So you cut your calories even harder, add extra cardio sessions on top of what you're already doing, start skipping meals. Basically, you start trying to skip the line and rush your body straight to the last layer before it's ready to. And for a week or two, that might even seem to work a little. But your body was never built to live in a massive deficit for months on end. And when you're eating 1,000 calories under your maintenance and doing an hour, 2 hours of cardio every day, it starts to save energy where it can because it's literally starving. Your workouts get worse, you feel dead at work, and you're hungry constantly, which just leads to a point where you either give up completely or end up binging and undoing weeks of progress in just a few days. But there's a way to break out of this trap and finally get lean, and it's worked for tons of guys in your exact position, like my guy Julian, who was able to go from 20% body fat to 10% in just under 3 months. And when he first got on a call with me, I had to make him realize that losing the last layer of fat isn't about some special fat loss hack, some overcomplicated routine, or a 30-day fat loss challenge you sign up for. It's not going to happen instantly. Otherwise, everyone would be walking around with ripped abs. You have to earn it, and you have to live a lifestyle like the guy that actually keeps it once he gets the fat off. But I want to clear up one misconception that I hear all the time, and it's the fact that you don't have to live in the gym, starve yourself, or do endless cardio to get lean. Yes, you have to lock in, but for the guys on my team, we look at their schedule and lifestyle and we create a routine they can actually stick to long enough to lose enough fat that their body only has that stubborn fat left. And whenever they get stuck, we adjust their plan, and that's why they end up with abs. We don't rush them into a plan that they can't sustain. We have to build something that actually works long enough to get the result that we actually want. And this usually means doing less. Instead of runs, I want you to just have 2 walks a day. One long one in the morning and one at night. You can also add short walks after your meals if you want to get your steps up. Instead of starving yourself, I want you to set a realistic calorie goal, which you can find by taking your body weight and multiplying by 13 if you've got a lot of fat still left to lose. Or you can multiply by 12 if it's just that last layer. Instead of doing what everyone says and cutting out your carbs completely, which just kills your energy and testosterone and makes your body use muscle for energy, I want you to put most of your carbs around your workouts. And then after your workout, I want you to get on the incline treadmill or the stairs at a steady pace for 30 minutes. Getting lean and losing that last layer of fat and walking around with abs all the time, it takes time, but it's simpler than you think, and anyone can do it regardless of whether you think you're too old, too busy, or you have bad genetics. I mean, one of my guys, Terry, is 65 and he got to 10% body fat, and he's actually stayed that way for the last 6 months. You just have to get out of the trap of thinking that you're going to be able to lose fat you've spent years putting on in a few weeks. That's just not how your body works, even though we all wish it was. And you're basically fighting a losing battle. The thing is, if you're actually serious about it and you're willing to make a few simple life changes, you'll be able to actually get the fat off and keep it off for life. And that's what I teach on my channel. So if you're new here, drop a follow and a comment explaining what you struggle with. I make short videos like this all the time, solving your exact situations, break down how to get lean as simple as possible, and I also do in-depth videos showing you what my guys do to finally build a body they can actually be proud of. And if you want to see what it takes to lose that last layer of fat in the next 3 months, I show my guy Julian's exact meals, workouts, and cardio that he used to finally see his abs in this video right here. I'll talk to you guys inside of that video. I appreciate you boys for watching, and peace.